Reach for the sky, boy.
Not the best transitions, but we're getting there. As you can see, only two of us here today. Dustin is playing unknown, redacted, can't say the name TTRPG right now. That's other reasons. Joey canceled on his last minute. Something came up. No idea. I literally texted his wife and was like, "Hey, did you tell Joey he couldn't record tonight?" Update. She has not responded and or read the message. So
You still sharing your stream with me?
yeah, I have to so I can.
Okay.
Yeah, that's on purpose. That's on purpose. It's for
I'll
the
make sure
for
you're still here.
production for production stuff. So
That's good.
so screens are in the right spot. Because if I didn't, then
You have to redo everything.
yeah, I'd have to resize screens, everything. And this one, I just moved one spot, added a couple funny little pictures there. Because we have, they're not with us here recording. We still have Dustin and Joey Styles, so hilarious. But starting off episode 46, Joey's not here to make fun of him. So episode 46, sad week. I didn't think I don't know if we'd have to do another one of these where I have to put an R.I.P message on the thumbnail. But yes, I should have figured. I mean, it's gonna happen eventually. But I forgot. I had it pulled up what episode that was before because I still have all the thumbnails and I don't remember which one that was. It was episode 17. Where we had the Scott Hall, which I also realized that the thumbnail for that one was just sad all around because that was right after Big E got hurt, and then Scott Hall at the same time. So sad times, but as you can tell by the intro of the show, I'm sure everybody watching this has already heard the sad news of the passing of Jay Briscoe, who was what I read that he was driving his daughters to cheerleading practice, but the article I see never mentioned anything about his daughters being okay or.
So, what first, rest in peace, Jay Briscoe, probably one of the best tag team, like most influential tag teams of all time.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen people that I don't ever really think would know wrestling or watch wrestling or anything, paying respect to him like through Facebook and social media and stuff. So,
yeah. So, a little bit about what I've seen from the police report. Jay was driving his girls, and this dude in the other lane just swerved over, and it was head-to-head collision. Or I don't know.
Yeah, the article I seen it gave actually the names. I don't have the article to actually do the names, but because it gave everything down to, it was Jay was driving one way in his Chevrolet Silverado 2500, and a Chevrolet Silverado 1500 was coming the other way. I believe they said it was a lady's, looked like a lady's name. I don't know for sure. I believe it was. She crossed the center line, head-on collision. He didn't have a seatbelt on. She did. Both passed away, unfortunately.
Yeah, and his two daughters were in a critical state. One of them did have to have surgery, immediately, and the other one had pretty bad injuries, but she was gonna be okay.
Gotcha.
I haven't heard anything about news about the daughter.
Yeah.
But hopefully, no news is good news, essentially.
True.
So hopefully everything is good there. But if it fucking sucks, because he passed, and then it was Mark Briscoe's birthday the next day.
That is awful. I mean, coming off of people talking about a great match with FTR taking the Ring of Honor titles. I think they probably had a lot planned for them going forward with the new ROH stuff that they're planning. And
yeah, I would think so. But I just wanted to give a little, accolades for him. So, Jay was a 2-time Ring of Honor World Champion, a one-time Ring of Honor six-man tag that was, of course, with his brother and Bully Ray, a 13-time, and of course the current Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champion, a one-time and current Hog Tag Team Champion, 2022 Crockett Cup winner, 2007 Wrestling Observer Tag Team of the Year, one GHC Junior Tag Team Champion, one IWGP Tag Team Champion, two-time Never Openweight Six-Man Tag Team Champion, one-time Impact World Tag Team Champion, three-time GCW World Tag Team Champion, and a two-time CCW World Tag Team Champion. So,
And also arguably tag team of the year for this past year, because everybody had those debates of, I think they came up 3 on one of the lists, and it was basically, was it Usos, FTR,
and then the Briscoes.
Briscoe.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and like I said, arguably any of those could have been number 1 at some point last year. So, you know, Briscoes and FTR are heavily tied together this past year with their matches that they had. So, very unfortunate, sad news. T's and P's out to their family and everyone involved. Obviously, there's no hope it gets better because it just doesn't. So, just really, really sucks.
Yeah, and one of the real shitty things too, right? Briscoe, or his last match was a dog collar match.
I did
so was
see
Brody
that as
Lee's.
well. I did see
So
that
was
as
Brody's.
well. I did see
Yeah.
that as well. Their last AEW, like, quote-unquote AEW matches with Ring of Honor being under the AEW banner, both of their last matches being dog collar matches. I did see that as well. That was very, I don't, it's I guess strange, coincidental, just weird,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
pretty crazy.
Yeah. I was like, Jesus.
Hey,
That's
let's stop doing dog collar matches, you know?
Yeah, that's just fucking just brutal. And they are doing tribute shows for
Yes.
Jay. So they taped a little bit something. So they were in Fresno, California this week. AEW was. So obviously they have a 2-hour advantage over us.
Yeah.
So they did Dynamite. They did their taping of Rampage, and then afterwards they did 1 hour tribute show for Jay Briscoe. They plan on doing another one during the weekend of Supercard of Honor. So that's in March, I think, sometime in March. So, but this one, whenever it goes live, will be on their YouTube channel for free, as well as part of Honor Club, as part of probably the tribute show that they're gonna do in times of Supercard of Honor. They'll likely probably package that together. So Supercon will obviously be a regular pay-per-view, but whenever the cycle ends and they'll go to the Honor Club subscription service, they'll likely include that tribute show for him.
Yeah. And also big ups to, which I didn't even realize, NXT always live lately?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't even realize that, but big ups to even WWE taking. I wanted to go find the clip and actually watch what actually happened, and I totally forgot. But apparently they did basically brought it up mid show or wherever, however they were in the show. Stopped, took a minute, acknowledged it, and so
So
I don't think the Briscoes ever wrestled in WWE, have they?
No, they did not.
I mean, big ups to them just taking the time to do that.
They did do a quick pivot. So the original spot, the promo section that New Day was a part of, they were coming out to do a funeral segment for Pretty Deadly's title opportunity, and Sean caught wind of Jay Briscoe's death, so they were like, we axed it right on the fly.
Very smart.
And then they did. They went to Vic Joseph, and he broke the news to everybody. So
very.
Big, I'm gonna give big kudos for them to do that.
That's a wrestling community type of thing there. That everybody talks about how bad the internet wrestling community is and how WWE seems like they try to detach themselves from everything. And I know they've kind of blurred those lines the past few years with, I mean, even allowing certain people in with like Gargano, AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, those types of people with their independent names or whatever. you gotta blur those lines. But to stop everything and just acknowledge that for, someone that's never wrestled in your company, that's actually a pretty cool thing.
Yeah, Triple H even tweeted about it.
Yeah.
I mean, for a lot of those guys, he knows, right? Like, a lot of them came from Ring of Honor,
Yeah.
so they've had experiences with Briscoes, and you see it all throughout Twitter. Like, everybody was talking.
Oh
about
yeah,
it,
I mean,
so.
I seen everybody. Jordan Grace, who said she didn't know them personally, but the one time she met him, he had her laughing the whole time. Will Ospreay, he tweeted something out. I think he quote tweeted. Want to say, was it Eddie Edwards that said, "Hey, anybody that's wrestling this weekend, let's tear it up for Jay." I think it was Eddie Edwards. I don't think his name's Eddie Edwards on Twitter, unless it is, and that's somebody I'm talking about somebody else. I don't know. I just know his pictures, his name, where his name would go is just a wolf.
Likely Eddie Edwards.
Yeah. I think it was Eddie
You
Edwards.
should know. He's part of your show.
Sure. That he came in the generation after generations after. I did like the Wolves a little bit, but I couldn't pick him out of a crowd. But I think he tweeted something like that. Will Ospreay quote tweeted that, and I think Will Ospreay also tweeted something separate. And like you said, I've seen the pictures of that people have gathered all of the different tweets of people, saying all this incredibly positive stuff about him and the kind of person he was. So I unfortunately did not get to watch many Briscoe matches. Like I said, I wasn't big on the indie scene until the past few years, and then also starting to do this show has opened my eyes up to a lot of other stuff. So I didn't watch a whole lot of Briscoe matches. I've seen some segments of theirs and some funny stuff that they do, but still incredibly sad.
He's got some. You probably like this because he's got some really good matches with Adam Cole.
Yeah,
when
and
when they were feuding for the world title.
That's what you said.
Some really good stuff.
Because you said that he was 2-time ROH World Champion, and I didn't know that at all. I didn't know he was a singles guy, and him being a 2-time, and I think at the time, I don't know if it's still the case, but at one point I heard Adam Cole was the only 3-time champion.
Correct.
And I don't know if that is still true. I'm assuming it is.
Yeah, because Claudio would be a 2-time now as well. So
for him to be a 2-time champion, with only one 3-time champion in the company, kind of shows a lot. Which, I mean, again, doesn't need to show anything because 13-time Ring of Honor tag team champion. That says it all right there. So.
Yeah, and on the Dynamite show, which we'll talk about a little bit later, but of course, a lot of the Ring of Honor guys, they had the bands for the Briscoes, Bucks, Lethal,
Bandido,
Danielson had one too. Even the Best Friends, even though they weren't part of the show in that first match, they were in the crowd they had it on.
Yeah.
So, a lot of Meltzer was saying that there were a lot of people with the bands on. So, a lot of support there.
Yeah. So, like I said, very sad news. Hopefully, kind of transition out of this to some other kind of sad news. I don't know if you've seen this. So I'm hoping I don't have to make another one of these thumbnails soon. But did you see the Kevin Nash stuff?
Yeah, I did. And it was jarring. And just fuck, I get it. I totally understand. But I did see him tweet out today, and he's pulling the sarcasm card, which is just you went on your podcast.
Yeah.
You had your host with you, and your co-host even was like,
"Hey, don't
do that.
Don't
don't even talk like that." So I don't know. I totally understand, where his mindset is, but he still has Hunter, he still has Sean, Sean being Waltman, he's still got Shawn Michaels, he's still got there's still other people that care about him.
Okay, so I found it, the quote that I seen about this. His most recent podcast, this is what Kevin Nash said. He said, "Today is," quote, I guess that's the way I should do it. Quote, "Today is week 12 that I lost my boy. Time flies when you've got a gun in your mouth. I mean, time flies when you're having fun." Oliver, I don't know, that's his co-host. I don't know if that's his first or last name, said, "Don't play like that. You have guns, so you can't say those things." Kevin Nash replied with, "I can do whatever the fuck I want to do, long as I leave a note." And Nash later said the following: "Every morning I wake up, the first thing that happens is I come to the realization that instead of being three human beings in my home, there's now two, and the third person ends on a vacation staying with friends or is out late. He is never coming back. And then I sit up in bed and I have absolutely nothing to do, and it's like, so why am I getting out of bed?" Something Joey mentioned is like, how does he not have a job somewhere producing, training, something like that? That's crazy. Unless he's just not accepted those jobs, I don't know. But even prior to this happening, how does Kevin Nash not have a job doing something? I do have the tweet that you were mentioning as well, where he tweeted out, "Everyone take a breath. Let's not take my biggest coping mechanism, sarcasm, and blow it out of proportion. I appreciate the concern and the fact that others find it a perfect time for insults. Continue to get your updates on TMZ and wrestling sites. I've got legs to train today." So
Yeah, again, but it's like, again, you just,
don't joke like that, really.
yeah, yeah. I mean, especially for all the shit that he recently went through, right? You know, he said he lost his he lost his best friend
Yeah.
in Scott Hall.
Yes.
He lost his son. So it's just like, bro.
And
like,
it's such a weird time and how these things affect people, and it's like even non-wrestling to wrestling related, where you have, like, most recently the one that I know affected me, pretty sure it affected you, with Jason David Frank. You know, for those that I don't know, former Power Ranger fame, I guess is the way to say it.
Yeah.
Had a movie that was coming out that I was excited to see, that is still coming out, that they're still working on putting together. But I open my Instagram and I see their Instagram page tweeting about, and by them I mean the production company that he was working with to put that movie out, tweeting about, like a picture of a still from them editing the movie, and like, you know, stuff like this still doesn't seem real and all this kind of, and it's like, with those kinds of situations, like with mental health being a big thing nowadays, it's hard, very, very hard to joke like that. And then turn around and you have things like what happened to Jay Briscoe, and it's like, hey man, you got to be careful with that stuff. It's kind of, you know, it's
absolutely.
And yeah, it's a wild thing. So hopefully he figures out what's going on and he gets better. I mean, again, I am a parent. I have a son. My son is only 8. He'll be 9 in a few months. Obviously a very different situation than what Kevin Nash was through. However, I also couldn't imagine how someone feels going through that situation. I don't want to be in that spot. So I definitely do feel bad, and hopefully everything works out and gets easier for him through, I guess, time. I don't really know how else to handle that. So, like I said, not a good way to start a fun, stupid little wrestling show. But who would we be if we don't just straight up? I mean, we got to acknowledge these things. These are in the wrestling world that we spend countless hours watching, talking about, doing shows over. I mean, paying money for stuff on the wall like this. So, gotta acknowledge it. So, I guess transitioning out of that, anything crazy happen? Other than Vince McMahon paying somebody else millions and millions of dollars?
Again.
Ooh.
Yeah, we got a couple things. So, let's see. First up, indie promotions being removed from WWE Network, some from Peacock, as well as overseas, it's still WWE Network. You know, good for you guys. But the indie promotions of Progress and ICW, which are, I believe, they're British promotions, they've terminated their deal. Like, it's over. It's coming to an end. They're not going to be doing it anymore. So a lot of that programming is going to be coming off of Peacock and WWE Network. So that was one thing. It's nothing too crazy, but if, you know, a lot of people like to watch, you know, what's going on overseas for an indie promotion, you're SOL now, essentially.
And weren't they like super big? I mean, they were super big on branching out to the other countries. It seems like they've almost completely stopped all of that now.
Yeah, it's a weird transition period, right? So if we think about it, they had Evolve for a long time, and then that kind of just ended and dissolved because, I mean, to be honest, WWE poached all of the good talent out of
Yeah.
Evolve. If you think about it, um, that happened. Obviously, when they tried doing the NXT UK brand, um, that I mean worked for the audience because right, you didn't have anything as um, multi-billion-dollar faceted, cow,
Yeah.
cash cow, filtering all of this product to you. Um, and then obviously when they did the whole big, releasing of a lot of superstars,
Everyone.
they had their pitch to do NXT Europe. Is that going to happen still? I don't know. Time will tell. I mean,
Ain't
it
looking
could not
good.
happen after, if they sell the company, they might want to go into a different direction. Um, but yeah, we'll see. It's I never, personally watched the stuff, but um, for those who are watching it, get it while you still can. Watch as much as you can. No Sleep Till Brooklyn. Um, Going from one thing we agree was nice by WWE to something that I think everybody fucking hates is uh, on Raw. They've been doing these Cody packages, and this was the third part, and they revealed that Cody was coming back at the Royal Rumble, and he's gonna be in the Rumble match.
So dumb.
Uh,
Apparently they released some reasoning for that as well, and apparently it's because everyone knew about it, and they have bigger surprises. Who cares? I
yeah,
mean, you're still gonna get the Cody pop. I mean,
yeah.
I don't know. I don't understand it.
I was joking with another friend. I was like, it's like WWE doesn't want you to be happy. It's it's like if Vince actually was there calling the shots again and
Bro,
saying, "Fucking ruin it for everybody."
I don't understand. It doesn't make any sense to me. It's like, hey, this is the fun time of the year when you get people, you get the surprise, you get the people to come back. And it's like, yeah, we said when Cody got hurt, everybody timelined it where it's like Royal Rumble, and it's like
Yep.
we've been saying it for months. Who cares?
Right.
It's still gonna be fun, and
You're
that
still getting the pop. You're still gonna
it's
get
still
it.
the pop, and then it's still the, oh, is he actually ready? Is he not
Right.
ready? It's like, just keep him off TV. Nobody talk to him. Nobody talk about him, and it's just like, when we get the music to hit that everybody loves nowadays, the
Right.
Cody music. It's like when that music hits, crowd's gonna go insane. It's like, now the crowd's still probably gonna pop for it, but it's like, okay, when is Cody coming out? Not
Right. Right.
is Cody coming out? Because I mean, there, if you don't say anything about it, with as bad as his injury was, there's still that little
Oh, is he ready though?
is he ready? You
It's
know?
it's like they could have done John Cena 2018 where he had the bicep tear and he was supposed to be out for like 9 months, came back in five,
Yeah.
and
Yes. Yeah.
came out at Madison Square Garden at number 30, which is easily what they could have done with
Yeah.
Cody, and get the huge pop that everyone, like, nobody knew it was gonna happen.
I mean,
So
even if they don't want to do that, he's 100% ready. I mean, even if you want to
right,
let him come out at number one, give him his cool little elevator entrance and everything, which I think they
well
stopped
that's the
doing.
thing. Now I feel like that's what
Oh,
we're gonna get is
true. Yeah.
Cody's gonna come out between 1 and 3 because you'll still get enough time to do your obviously your entrance,
Yeah.
and he's the only babyface thing you can do is have him run the gauntlet.
Yeah.
Have him be longest fucking Rumble participant.
Yeah.
Have him win the Rumble. I mean, people are saying that it's either he's gonna win the Rumble or it's gonna be the fucking Rock.
Yeah.
So if what we're saying is true, oh, we think our surprises are gonna be good enough, or like we're very pleased with who we're gonna bring out. Like if the Rock's not part of it, then like what are we fucking doing here, right? Like, but I know there's speculation for the Rock's appearance because he's also going to be promoting XFL
Yeah.
during this Road to WrestleMania season.
Yeah.
So Can they do that? I'm sure they can fucking do it. I mean, he's gonna make time for this.
Yeah.
Like, why the fuck not?
Yeah. I mean, is he working on any movies right now? I mean, Black Adam 2?
Yeah, not anytime soon. Trying to think. Like, it's funny because someone was like fantasy booking, and they're like, "Oh, it would be great at 29. The Rock comes out, eliminates Cody. Sorry, Cody. And then at 30, all you hear is the glass shatter, and it's Stone Cold coming out so that they can fight one more time. And then, but I was like, but the end result fucking sucks because you have to fight Roman
Yeah.
afterwards at WrestleMania. Like, I don't want to see fucking Stone Cold fighting
No.
Roman.
No.
Like, not at all.
No.
So I was just like, I don't.
I mean, truth be told, I don't know if I want to see The Rock fight Roman, but it's just that they have the storyline there.
Okay. I don't mind Rock versus Roman as long as it's not for the belt.
Oh, it's gonna be for the belt, 100%.
Well, of course, but I'm saying like it can't be. It's gotta be for, right? I can see this how it can play, right? Raw 30, Raw Triple X. It's a fucking porn parody that they're gonna do this upcoming Monday.
Well, they did it for WrestleMania, so
yeah.
That's his upcoming Monday.
Yes.
Okay.
And they're gonna be doing past generations of the bloodline acknowledging the tribal chief. Obviously, you could have The Rock come out, right, and be like, I don't know how to. You can start setting the program,
Yeah.
right? The only thing is like you can't have Rock win because you'd have, let's say, someone interfere and pull him out of the Rumble, right? Because he's like, The Rock's like, I don't know if I'm going to acknowledge the tribal chief.
Yeah.
He's like, you haven't beaten me, right? Yada yada yada.
Yeah.
Like the booking plays for itself, like it writes itself.
Yeah.
And you can take this to
Because I mean,
Mania. I still think Roman should be wrestling both nights.
Yeah.
But that's just me.
I think I've seen somebody else say something similar too, but I don't remember. But also, yeah, cause like you said it right at yourself, because you could be like, oh, Rock's like, oh, I don't know if I acknowledge, this, acknowledge Roman, and then Roman's gonna pull it. What was it, 2018 Rumble when Rock came out? Was it 2018 or 2017 or something like that?
It was, yeah, whatever. Earlier I said John Cena came out in like 2018. I meant 2008 is when he did that.
I didn't even catch it.
I was like, bro. I was like, wait, this is like way too fucking soon. Yeah, it was like 2017 or something like that.
Whenever it was the Philly one, I think it was Philly.
Yeah.
Whenever they did that, and because Rock came out and helped. Oh, was it the Wyatts that he helped beat up? I think.
Yeah.
And then he got in the ring and raised Roman's hand, and so Roman was like, "Oh yeah, see, you acknowledged me here. Why aren't you acknowledging me now?" So,
yeah.
And then Rock could be like, "Hey, you had different color eyes there, so what's going on now?" Because I think that's
he had different teeth too.
And that's still when they tried to get him to wear blue contacts for whatever reason, like blue eye contacts. Hilarious.
Yeah. So.
Yeah,
I mean,
somebody who I don't know which one. I didn't get the chance. I could look at it. One of you bitches said Jay White as one of the surprises. No.
Joey said that.
No. And it sucked. When is his match with Hikuleo?
When are they doing? Are they gonna do? They're not doing it at Battle of the Valley, obviously. Battle of the Valley's in February. I don't even think he'd be ready for that, to be honest. Good. Like, I think he'd still be doing stuff in Japan.
Well, he's still got his match with Eddie Kingston at...
Right, in February, so he wouldn't be able to do it.
Good. Fuck yeah. We're safe. Unless, but who knows. That Carl Anderson to Japan thing pays off one more time with Jay White coming. I would be so mad. I mean, obviously, it's going to be crazy to be able to see Jay White at the Royal Rumble, but also he's going to get squashed by fucking Braun Strowman or something. I will take this monitor in front of me and break it over my knee if Omos touches Jay White in the Royal Rumble. I will lose my mind if that happens.
My
Oh my
God.
gosh, that would make me so mad. Just don't do it.
Also something that they potentially could be playing for WrestleMania, Bray Wyatt versus Uncle Howdy.
So I was reading that, and that's what because I seen that Bleacher Report. Like I got a notification, and it usually like says this week in wrestling, and they'll have 3 top headlines. And the first one, that's why I was trying to read it, but obviously it's two people.
Bray, not
It's 2 people
nobody
here.
wanting.
Yes, yeah. I don't know if you read that and know more about that.
I did not read the article itself, but I saw the headline and I was like, that's stupid.
Yeah,
Like
it doesn't
I
make any
and
sense.
I think where they could be coming from is that I think there might be in storylines with Bray might be like too much going on.
Yeah,
Like too many things that you have to keep track of. Like we've been saying for the last few weeks, I am fucking tired of them dragging the shit out
yeah.
of this current storyline with LA Knight. Like, fucking give us something,
I
right? I
mean,
mean, granted, finally, next week we'll finally get our answers, but there's still gonna be X amount of questions
yeah.
afterwards.
Because I mean, then you had this. Was it this past Monday? The Bianca was about to beat the crap out of Alexa, and then she looks down the hallway or through the crowd,
And
and they see the shadow or whatever.
yep,
So you still like going to what you said about too much stuff going on. It's like this is a completely different show that Bray Wyatt's not even on, and we're
right.
still seeing something, an extra piece of the storyline with Alexa Bliss every single week, and it's like, and we love how that turned out. The first time because
Right,
it
exactly.
went so great. I mean, the whole process of it was great. Then the ending was like, what the fuck are we doing?
And I also think people could be scared, right? With, if Vince comes back and wants to fuck with creative, let's say, like anything Bray's gonna do, it's just gonna get shit on.
Yep.
So I think a lot of people don't want to be tied to that, which
I mean,
sucks
it's also
because I mean, it's true, but it also sucks because I really think Bray's got such a creative mind
hmm
for something like this because I mean, it's a scripted show, right?
yeah,
They call it sports entertainment for a reason because he's able to bring that entertainment
fucking
factor.
entertain us, guys.
Exactly. And I feel like, that's all gonna go out the window. So, uh, yeah, I feel like that's stupid, but I mean, I can definitely see, you know, peeking behind the curtain, what potentially can happen down the line.
Yeah,
Uh, I'm trying to think. What do we else we got? Yeah, those were kind of like the key things that I was noticing from Raw this week. I feel like they're not even like
like bro,
trying.
yeah, we got the Royal Rumble in a week. And it's
Right.
like we know Cody's in it, and then The Rock might be in it, and then other than that, do we have any excitement? And honestly, is the Cody thing count as excitement? Because it's like, we already know.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you're kicking the piss out of everyone,
Yeah,
and it's like, what the fuck?
it's like
Like, how can
is
I be excited for? And that's also the thing, right? You don't have enough people to be doing a men's and a women.
yeah,
Like, granted, we're gonna get all these legends coming back. I'm totally fine with it. Coming back for these one night pops, whatever, not a big deal. But then it's like, okay, what else are you filling the card with? We've got fucking Roman versus KO again at WrestleMania at the Royal Rumble,
yeah.
in which the WWE Championship has not changed hands at Royal Rumble in like fucking 10
Have
years
they
at
said?
least.
Have they said if this is only for one title?
I don't think so. I think it's for the whole shebang. Um, and it's like, okay, we're doing all these title opportunities, and they're like, oh, we're doing it for Raw. Motherfucker, you've got a premium live event
Yeah,
that you want to fucking build for, right? But then you're not fucking giving any opportunity for that. Um,
and I think
I
that if they want to split these titles, they need to just start doing things where it's like even not just WrestleMania. It's like, okay, Usos are the tag team champion, or the undisputed tag teams. They have both titles. They should be facing a Judgment Day for the Raw titles, and then there should be somebody on SmackDown. I don't even know if there is another tag team on SmackDown, but there should be a tag team from SmackDown that's also challenging for the, like, hey, Usos, you want both titles, you got to wrestle twice in one night, and eventually that's going to lead up to them being able to split the titles, no problem. And they honestly should be doing the same with Roman, but here we are. I mean, they're starting to do that kind of with the Usos, with the Raw tag team titles, with Judgment Days, I guess, is only challenging for the Raw, which they're not going to win them, but still.
Right. But then it's okay. You build to these matches, and it's like, well, who the fuck are you gonna make them fucking lose to?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, cool. You're fucking, let's say, longest reigning tag team for X amount of days, but then it's like, okay, you don't make it believable that anyone can beat you.
Yeah.
It's like you're fucking making the Usos Goldberg.
True. At this point.
Even Roman. Roman's fucking Goldberg now, too.
Unfortunately, yeah. It's like, how are they going to lose, and who are they going to lose to?
Right.
It's honestly, don't shoot me, a little bit of kind of thing where they're at with Jade in AEW. It's like, who's going to beat Jade?
Absolutely.
It's like, who's going to beat Jade? It's like, 'cause she's beat everybody at this point.
Yeah.
And that's technically their mid-card title that she has that she's beat everybody for. So.
Yeah. Definitely interesting. One thing that came out of Dynamite this week, besides, go ahead.
Before we leave the Royal Rumble, I guess there is one thing that I just thought of, because I was trying to think of, running through my brain real quick, of who could still be a surprise at the Royal Rumble, which I don't even know if he's medically cleared, but being a big E-Pop would be, massive if he was to come back.
I would.
So I don't know if he's even close to medically cleared, or how that's going. But I mean, that could be one that maybe that's a surprise that they're keeping secret. Who knows? I don't know.
Maybe. I mean, that would be a really good pop, but they're not going to have him win.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, 100%.
Right.
Yeah, keep Ridge Holland away from him too.
That's true too. That's true. Keep Omos away from him too.
Yes.
Yeah, from a WWE perspective, I don't think, like, oddly enough, like, all the shit that went down last week with fucking Vince. Granted, right before we started the show, he had to pay off some other chick again, the female referee, like $10 million or something.
Yeah, I like how the tweet or something, whatever that somebody sent was like, I think it was that you sent. Was like, what? It wasn't the original requested $11.75 million. It was like, multi-million dollar settlement was reached, but it wasn't the initial 11.7. Like, yo, that's still a lot of fucking money, even though it's not whatever she asked for.
Yeah,
multi-million dollars. That's still a lot of fucking money.
She got a double-digit $1 million thing.
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah,
that's still something.
Hey, who cares if she didn't get the 11.75 exactly? She got a fuck ton of money.
Yeah,
deservedly so. Like, let's make sure we say that too. But also, it's like, somebody call Saudi. Vince needs some money.
Yeah.
Whew.
But Dynamite, we had Dynamite yesterday, and the Danielson Bandido match. Bro, if you've not watched that match, watch that fucking match, because it was awesome.
I don't know who in the crowd started. It's one of those things, kind of like when we were at All Out with whoever started the "Oh Scissor Me Daddy" chants. Whoever and it seemed like it was just flawless, of the C chants instead of the yes chants with the kicks. Fucking perfect. That shit, that popped. I'm sitting in my bedroom trying to fold clothes while watching that, and that shit popped me. And I was like, that was hilarious to me. It was like, just doing the kicks, and the whole crowd's just chanting C, and I'm like, hey, bravo, crowd. You guys fucking killed it. Yeah, that shit was a banger for sure. And also, the commentary brought up something about Bandido, like his mask and how it's over his nose and mouth, and then you don't really think about it, and then you watch him, and I think it was when he did the tope, and then he dove over, and then the camera gets real close to him, and you see him trying to breathe, and you see his mask, just like with him breathing. I'm like, bro, props to you to be able to do that where you can't breathe through that shit, because I know that sucks.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's like a nylon, but still,
But
like even
oh yeah,
even nylon, it's like
yeah,
fucking oh shit, I'm
yeah,
gonna die.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, that fucking match was a absolute banger,
yeah,
and I'm glad they got that amount of time
yeah,
because I legit thought like at any point I thought Danielson was gonna tap him out,
yeah,
and like it just fucking kept going.
yeah,
And you saw a lot of newer moves from Danielson
yeah,
in that match compared to ones that we've seen the previous weeks, and I was just like, God damn, like that was fucking great. That was a great match.
yeah.
Highly recommend watching it. I mean, it's no like, it was no like Will Ospreay, Kenny Omega from Wrestle
I mean, to
Kingdom.
be fair, nothing is okay.
I mean,
Nothing is.
but
Nothing
like
is.
that shit
Fuck you, Jim
was
Cornette. Nothing is.
top tier. Also, it was
I bet.
real good shit
I bet
there.
Jim Cornette hated that match too.
I'm sure. I'm sure he did.
Yeah.
Well, he's the cuck anyway, so it doesn't matter. Um, one interesting note. So Soraya and Tony Storm
What the
going
fuck
heel.
was that, dude? That was wild to me.
And you know what? It works. It's actually really perfect. Now
I
hear me out. This is what we're gonna be planning. So Tony, don't fire me. Um, what
get
if
your pink slip.
the quote unquote outsiders, so the non AEW originals,
Okay.
group up
Yeah,
to
because
take on
I guess
the
they have been kind of dividing that on commentary.
yes. So what if we culminate blood and guts, all women, the outsiders versus AEW originals?
So who is that we have for the outsiders? Obviously Tony and Saraya.
Athena,
Yep. I was thinking
who
that, but
is
does she
also
do
heel.
heel? Oh, is she heel now?
She is heel.
Fantastic. Throw her in there. Um,
I'm like because there are gonna be you're gonna have to be playing a like it won't be like obviously straight up, you know,
babyface versus heel.
right, or homegrown baby
Yeah,
faces. Because Ruby Soho is technically an outsider,
true.
if you think about it, but she's babyface. And same thing goes for Willow. And I feel like they're gonna be kind of the swing vote, essentially. But they'd be hesitant to join Jamie Hayter and Britt Baker's side.
Yeah,
Because they're not also baby faces, they're also heels.
yeah.
So you're gonna have the likes of potentially Baker, Cater, Sheeta.
And technically, this is. I mean, if you wanted to, you could get this. Could bring in the storyline between Jade and, Red Velvet and all of them. They could, because they're. I mean, you could probably tie their story in somehow. But I mean, is Anna Jay, is she considered one or the other? I'm just looking at the roster page here.
right, I mean, I think.
Statlander.
Yeah, and I think that would be a great time for Statlander to come back.
Yeah.
I think would be really good. So I don't know. I feel like there's something brewing there. I think
Yeah.
something like we all originally thought Sheeta was gonna be the one
Yeah.
that's going
Exactly.
heel, and then
And then
Swerve-
she comes down with the kendo stick, and you're like, okay, she's gonna start fucking lighting Tony and Saraya up, and then what the weird thing is watching that match, and then you see Saraya stand up on the apron, and my brain was like, fucking time out, what the fuck are you doing? And it went so fast after that, where it was like, she's on the thing, she distracts the ref, Tony cheats or whatever, and then rolls her up, and the ref turns around and 1, 2, 3, and then Saraya jumps in the ring and starts beating her up, and I'm like, what the fuck just happened? Like,
Yeah.
I think my exact message in the chat was, random heel turn appeared like a little Pokemon battle, and it was like, what the fuck just happened? Like, what is going on?
Yeah.
So
I mean, and I think this is gonna work. I feel like this could easily work.
Saraya, when she was Paige, she was a great heel. So
Yeah.
I mean, this is kind of the same thing where we get, the CM Punk. I mean, similar to Edge thing, where it's like, okay, you come back after this extended absence, and you have to do your what do you call it, where you go around and just be happy-go-lucky to everybody, your homecoming or reunion or whatever tour, and then now it's like, okay, when does the shoe drop of you? Because it's funny, all three of those people that I just mentioned, Edge, CM Punk, Paige, all fantastic heels. And I mean, you look at Punk and Edge. I don't know if Paige, Saraya, whatever, but Punk and Edge were better known as their heel for their heel runs.
Right.
And so it's like you always have that shoe to drop, and hers came a lot faster than either of theirs. Of all right, fuck this, fuck you guys, I'm going heel.
I think it's kind of it. I think it was a needed turn for Saraya especially.
Yeah,
I feel like the
but
coming out of retirement babyface thing wasn't working because Britt Baker's just way fucking over.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is this are we getting kind of a double turn here? Because not just Britt Baker, Jamie Hayter's way the fuck over. So
Yes.
it's like I feel like we're gonna end up with like a double turn almost here if we haven't already had a double turn here.
That's the thing. Like, I feel like Jamie Hayter, like, obviously, I mean, we all know that the crowd is behind Jamie Hayter,
Yeah,
but I don't know if they want to
Her to-
turn
yeah.
turn both Baker and Hayter. I really don't. I don't think they want to.
yeah,
Like, granted, Baker as a face, in her early career, it was okay. But then she started working on her game and her promo game, and she turned out to be a really great heel.
yeah,
So I think instead of her being heel, she could potentially be like an anti-hero thing, maybe.
yeah,
Because I don't know if she's gonna go full on babyface.
Yeah.
To be honest, I also still think there could be a jealousy angle still played between Hayter and Baker. But hey, fuck, if we kind of take a pivot, a quick detour before we get to that feud, fuck, sign me up. I'm down for this.
yeah. Also, it's hilarious that Paige Van Zandt is still on the AEW roster.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for her to come back.
Yeah. What happened to what's his name? The fucking
Scorpio Sky?
no. I guess he was with Scorpio Sky.
Oh,
was it?
Dan Lambert?
Yeah. Where did they all fucking go?
I think he just dropped off the face of the earth. It's hilarious.
I guess so.
I guess if she comes back, Dan Lambert's coming back.
I don't know. I
maybe?
guess I literally have not thought about Dan Lambert or Paige Van Zandt or any of that whole arc at all until just I couldn't even tell you how long until just looking at the roster and being like, oh, Madison Rayne, Mercedes Martinez, Nyla Rose, Paige Van Zandt for some reason. I was like completely didn't even think that she was. I mean, she's got a career record of 1-0, so.
I mean, yeah, it beat Ty Mello, so.
Hey, good for her. But yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. What else?
What was? Cause they had who did Darby face again?
Kushida, which also
Yes.
was, it was a decent match, but even though in loss, Kushida was put over, way over the fucking moon,
Yeah.
which rightfully so, because Kushida was a badass and he got wasted in NXT.
Yes.
So when we found out on Rampage the preview, I was like, holy shit, Kushida.
Yeah.
Like, fuck yeah, that's great. I mean, he was one of the best junior heavyweights that New Japan had, and yeah, I mean, Kushida just beat the piss out of Darby Allin last night, and thankfully, great Dustin's not here, but he didn't use his trust fall to beat him.
True.
He used his leg locking roll up pin, and I think they're gonna do it again. I think they're gonna run that back again.
They should. I mean, yeah. I don't know if Kushida has a contract with anyone, but
he's got a contract with New Japan.
Is he okay?
Yeah.
So
yeah, that one was pretty solid.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah. As soon as his contract up in NXT, he went straight back to New Japan.
There
because
was.
he came back during one of their best of the junior heavyweight tournaments, um, and he was gone for quite some time. So instead of Master Wato, who you fucking hate for some reason,
Oh,
for
that's
no
yeah.
apparent reason,
Man, you were trashing that guy too. So shut up.
I think that spot was supposed to be for Kushida,
Yeah.
but he had foot mouth disease, so he
Yikes.
couldn't travel.
Yeah.
But after they said that, and he wasn't on TV or during Wrestle Kingdom, he was doing a match in fucking Impact, which was hilarious for their pay
Nice.
per view. This their
Nice.
past Hard to Kill show.
Yeah.
He was there, so it was funny. And then he was here, and I was like, "Damn boy, I hope you fine. Then I hope you good."
um. There and so there was two other things that I just remembered off about Dynamite. So there was I guess next week we're getting family therapy, uh, with the Guns and the Acclaimed, which is hilarious. How Billy Gunn like that little part of the segment was weird because he like comes in, throws him off, which is fine, and then he's like, "Oh, we're gonna sit down next week, and for that I got two words for you." Whole crowd chants "suck it." They start playing the Acclaim's music, and then he's like, "Family therapy," and I'm like, "That was horrible. Like, what are you doing?"
Yeah, so unfortunately, we're back to the Claimed and the Guns storyline, and it sucks because the Guns were in that angle with FTR,
Mm-hmm.
but now FTR has been written off TV for the rest of their contract period. So unfortunately, they have to go back to the Guns versus the Acclaimed and Billy being in the middle of everything. So I guess we'll see what comes from it,
I mean,
and
is Billy gonna
hopefully,
turn on the Acclaim now and rejoin his sons?
I mean, if he does, I mean, I
I mean,
could
who
really care
cares?
less.
Yeah, who
Yeah, I'm
cares?
like,
Who cares?
I could care
Who
less.
cares?
Like, it doesn't matter to me. Um, but yeah, it's like, whatever. And then,
The other weird thing, or not, part of it was weird, was the Hangman Renee Paquette segment where they're talking about his match with John, and he's like, it was just the ending got a little awkward, and you could tell that Hangman and Renee both were just kind of like awkward. To be fair, it seemed like a genuine conversation where you just kind of it needs to end, but you don't really know what to do to get it to end, and you need to walk away kind of situation. And he was like, you know what, just tell John, never mind. And then of course we don't get any payoff of what he actually was gonna say or whatever wanted to say or.
I think because the payoff that we're looking for is because Hangman also mentioned that he wanted to mend some fences, that he's been trying to do for quite some time. So I think we could get a big
Hangman.
elite reunion again.
My brain went to Hangman Moxley tag team for some reason,
That
but
that is a fucking terrible idea.
but hey, him come back with the lead, that'd be dope.
Yeah, so
That'd
I
be cool.
think I think we're going that way because obviously, uh, Bucks and Kenny they're not heel-ish
Yeah.
for the time being. But we gotta finally fucking pay off this storyline. BT has dropped it, and we need our fucking closure. So hopefully that's what it is, and hopefully he's completely done with the Dark Order, because fuck those guys now.
Yeah, it's just not that. Dark Order was so cool, and then it wasn't, and it's like just oof. Like
Yeah,
I mean, don't know. I feel bad for the guys in it. Like obviously, everybody likes John Silver. I mean, who doesn't like John Silver? I mean, hopefully he gets something out of this if they do like get rid of or whatever. However they plan on doing that. Hopefully he gets something, but who knows? But I'm trying to think if there's anything else I remember from Dynamite. I don't think so. Anything else you remember?
no, I think,
I think that was about it.
yeah, I mean the storyline with Ricky Starks and
Oh, yeah, that.
JS, like,
Uh,
kudos for Jericho wanting to put these guys over.
Yeah.
I mean, Ricky Starks was a stud to begin with, and for him to get the win over Jericho means a lot, I think. But this Action Andretti, I'm sorry, but fuck, like I could give two shits about this dude. Like I don't fucking care. Like, fuck.
Bro, his name's Action, dude. It means he's
What kind of action?
He's full of action.
It's full of ass. Is what he is. So we'll see. Hopefully we're not. Hopefully we can kind of get through this pretty quickly.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're fucking aiming for. Hopefully it's nothing. They're not aiming for something for Revolution. I'd be like, I'm sorry, but no. No, pre-show. Sorry.
Yeah,
Fuck
that's
it. No.
that's still 2 months away.
I know. That's what I'm
Like
dreading, that they're gonna
if
do
we
something like
If
this.
we could do this for 2 more months.
So we'll.
I mean, is it just gonna be Ricky Stark just running through the entire JS for 2 months?
Yeah, I mean, you can do it. To be honest, you could do it. I don't know. We'll see.
I don't know about that.
Side tangent, not anything wrestling related, but I did tune in to watch a little bit of the Power Slap, or that new Power Slap league.
I did last night too. It was on. I just left it on after. I didn't finish the episode, but I did watch a little bit of it. Bro, that shit is wild. Like I
was fucking dying.
bro,
And
I don't know
immediately,
if I can just stay there and let somebody just slap literally years off of my life is what it looks like for some of those guys.
I immediately was gonna message the group. I was like, yeah, so I decided to watch a little bit of it because I didn't watch all of it.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm immediately signing Dustin up to be part of the show and just watch him get the piss slapped out of him. Essentially,
I mean, some of those slaps. I mean, and the thing is because I'm sitting here thinking, and it's like I was watching the show as well, and it was like, one, it's hilarious when they try to turn something like that into a real sport.
Yeah.
Because if you watch it, the referee had no idea what he was doing. Like they're trying to do the thing where they make it official. He's like, okay, what hand you slap him with, and on what count? And then they're like, oh, right on 3, and he's like saying something, right on 3. It's like, bro, who the fuck are you talking to?
Yeah.
Like, and then it's just like the awkwardness of the trying to make it seem like a real sport. And then I'm thinking in my head, I'm sure there's a thing behind the scenes that we're not seeing of picking who gets to go first. But also, like, is it just random? Like, is it just like, I would like to know that. Like, is it just a coin toss to see who goes first?
Yeah, so it's a coin toss. So I think it was the last, like, I was gonna say slap fight. The last one that they had.
Well, Dana was calling it just fight, which doesn't feel right either. But hey, whatever.
So the last match, this dude came out and he was like hard as fuck. Like he had tattoos up, like face the floor, head to toe. And his nickname was Savage, which was funny. And then this other dude came out and he was just a burly dude. And he won the coin toss, the burly dude. And he's like, it sucks because if you can't go first and you happen to get knocked out, you don't get a turn. That's it.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's
like,
just fucking wild, dude. Like,
I was like,
you have to stay there and maybe just lose and not get a chance to do anything. That's what my head was like. How the fuck is this fair?
So this burly dude he's like, I'm going to do it on the ref is like, what are you doing? He's like, on 3. He's like, so back to your point. He's like, on 3. Fuck, on 3. So he's like, measure. So he's like, okay, 1. And he's like, 2. And then 3. And he fucking hits this dude and he drops like a sack of potatoes. The dude his soul leaves his fucking body. And obviously they have people behind you so they can catch you because, I mean, you fucking hit the floor, you're dead, basically. You just die.
Yeah.
So, and the dude's like, so he won the coin toss. And he's like, yeah, it sucks that. He's like, I don't even get a chance to go. I was like, dude, your soul left your body. Like, are you even
There was-
sure you want to fucking do this?
No, dude, there was the one. I think there was one before that I think is different. But this dude, because he was talking, he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm just a dad just works 2 jobs," and I'm like, "Bro, why the fuck are you here? Like, what is the reward for this? That you're gonna live in this UFC like what was their show called?
Ultimate Fighter.
Yeah, you're like living in this Ultimate Fighter house just to slap people in the face. And then Dana's like, "Oh yeah, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity." What the fuck did they get at the end of it? Like, is it just money? Like, in the Ultimate Fighter, you get a contract, like a potential contract to be in the UFC. What the fuck did these guys get other than just money? Like, so you're just getting brain damage for money? But then this guy's like, "Oh yeah, I'm just a dad to work 2 jobs on this," and he's like, "I hope the other guy gets to go first." He's like, "Cause I'm just gonna put 1 on him, and that's it." That guy got to go first, the guy that said that, slapped the dude, didn't phase the guy hardly, and then dude got laid the fuck out. Like, immediately. Like, so, not everything that he said was wrong. He's like, I hope that they get the turn, because if I go first, they're not going to get a turn. Lie. And then, so he got to go first, and then slapped this dude, and the dude's like, "Oh, okay, yeah," and then laid the dude out, and I'm like... Bro, just keep your mouth shut before you get in there. Like,
the format is just fucking whack. It's hilarious.
It's so wild to me.
Or like, because there's the president, right? And it's like the scrawniest fucking dude ever. And then it's Dana, who's pretty much back in this whole thing.
Yeah.
There's the 2 head coaches.
Which, how are they qualified to be coaches? Like, what have they done?
I mean, apparently they're like tournament champions.
Yeah, I did see like one guy's never lost, and the other guy's only lost to the guy that's never lost. I mean, yeah, I get it, but I mean, also,
if this is like Kobayashi Joey Chestnut and eating competition, but for slap fight,
that is
what this is.
That is the best analogy. That is the best analogy I've ever heard. Is comparing this that is 100% what it is.
And then there is a fucking matchmaker. So like the dude that's fucking making these these matchups. There's one where Dana's like, "Oh, this guy's an MMA fighter. Cool, let's see what this guy can do. Like maybe he can actually knock this." The dude had like the pitiful slaps I've ever seen. They were like, and he's like, I guess he's like, just because you're an MMA fighter doesn't mean you can't fight. Motherfucker, you have a fucking sport built on that. Like, no fucking shit. You're not going to fucking hire a MMA fighter who doesn't know how to throw a punch.
Yeah.
Like, why would you fucking hire this dude who's like slapping his fucking pillow or something? Like, so it was interesting. I don't know if I'm going to watch the show.
Yeah,
but
I don't know.
like,
So for me, it peaked. So a little side tip. I have a guilty pleasure of those types of shows. I am a massive The Challenge, like MTV The Challenge fan.
Me too.
Big time fan of those shows. I fucking love those shows. So it piqued the interest of me of, oh, I need to see who gets to the end and who wins. But also it's like, do I want to sit here and watch all of these episodes of just people slapping the piss out of each other? It's like, do I want to watch that? Or like,
do it for the Vine.
It's like, do these people have enough character? Like, obviously, when I watch The Challenge and like these old episodes, like I have my people that I like, the people that I root for. Like, everybody's a fan of CT. I'm sure you know who CT
absolutely.
is. Everybody's a fan of CT. Everybody's a fan of CT. Everybody wants to see CT fuck somebody up. You know, you can't wait till you see those physical run into each other challenges or some shit, so you can see CT just plow over somebody.
Lighten a motherfucker up.
Yeah, exactly. And I think there was one I see where literally they were tied back to back to each other, and CT literally picked dude up like he was a fucking backpack and just walked to the end. And it's like
the banana backpack.
Yeah, I think that might have been what it was. And it's like, see, Johnny Banana's another one that you think that comes to the top of your mind when you think of these people. It's like, do I get attached to any of these random ass people?
Yeah.
It's like, do I care about any of them like this? And it's like,
this sport also has a weight class. They put motherfuckers in a divisions. I was like,
and then there was one guy that I seen. He's like, I could be heavyweight or light heavyweight, and it's like, Like, hey, bro, just do UFC and do like UFC knowledge of like weight cut to light heavyweight and just slap people into oblivion.
Yeah.
It's like,
mow these fuckers down.
yeah, exactly. Like, what do you mean you can be heavyweight? No, bitch, you can be light heavyweight and you can just straight up annihilate people at just 260. You know, you don't hit 264. And I'm just like laying people out. It's crazy to me.
I'm just waiting for fucking like Tank Abbott to show up.
Yeah,
or something on this
I mean, get some people that we know invested in this. That's gonna come out and slap some, not just some random, like literally. Oh, I'm just a dad with 2 jobs. It's like
Butterbean.
go to work, dude. Like, why are you here? Oof. Yeah, I
just here to make a quick $1.
Yeah. The thing is, you're doing this for however many weeks that you're here. With the
here's your hospital bill.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's 1. There's your hospital bill. 2. Here's your brain damage. And 3. You got eliminated literally day 1. It's like, and then I think he was the guy that because there were a couple people that just lost, and then they're like, oh yeah, that guy's automatically in, but this guy's gonna have to fight his way into the house. It's like,
yeah.
So now you're gonna take another one for a chance to make it in to win money or whatever. I don't know. It's hilarious because I think I've seen this before. It actually came to was on TV where Dana invested in the World Slap League or whatever they're calling it, and it's like, why, dude? Like, Dana, do you just have so much money that you're just throwing it at random shit and seeing what sticks against the wall? And then it just came on after Dynamite, and I was like, I didn't even know this was a thing already. Like I feel like they jumped this in pretty quick and then you got Dana talking about how to make it a legitimate sport, and it's like, hey, Dana, just not everything's a legitimate sport, man. Like, not every, I mean.
Yeah.
Whew. Who knows? And, I mean, like you said, who knows if I'm going to watch it again if it just ends up back on my TV because it comes on after Dynamite again. Who knows? It's a very unique thing to watch, to say the least.
It's fucking dumb.
But
and then I'm gonna find myself watching it and be like, why the fuck am I watching this?
Yeah. Guy with 2 jobs, made it to the. Yeah. I got a feeling one of us is gonna end up being like, hey man, you catch that episode last night? But if we're lucky, maybe neither one of us do. Who knows?
Make Adam watch it.
There you go. Hey Adam, here's your chance at content, dude. Just review. Hey, he's a big UFC fan too, so hey, maybe that's where he gets his. Hey, Dana has this other thing he's doing. You can do your reviews on this.
If Slap Fight gets fucking trading cards,
I mean,
bro,
those videos on YouTube, like just see the videos on YouTube are hilarious to watch. Like, there's obviously the super famous one that I'm sure you've seen of the big
dude's face,
the big dude with the beard, and then he's going against the super skinny, tatted up dude with the blacked out eyeballs. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that dude.
Yeah.
That dude, just the little skinny dude. Like, why are you here? Why are you here? Like, why do you think you even stand a chance? And then he slapped the dude with the beard, and the dude with the beard barely moved. And then dude with the beard sent him to Valhalla. I mean, it's just like, what are we doing? Like, those videos, those are hilarious. Is it a sport?
No.
Like, I mean, no.
Is it in the Olympics, Dana? Nope. I'm gonna make it in the Olympics.
Yeah. No offense to the people,
participants,
professionals. I guess we say professionals. No offense to them, but hey, fuck, it's entertaining. Slap the piss at each other. I don't mean that, but is it a sport? Is it going to be a TV show? I don't know. I definitely don't know. Well, that was an interesting little tangent. That's funny that we both ended up watching some of that last night, and that's actually hilarious. I mean, I watched it, and then I was like, okay, I've had enough of this. I'm going to put something else on, and I went back to try to finish John Wick 2 from the other night, and I was like, this is much better than whatever the fuck I was just watching. Hilarious.
That's hilarious.
Oh. Yeah. But I think that's it for us. Is that it for us?
Yep.
So that's going to be it for us this week. Next week we'll be back for sure because it is Royal Rumble week. So we got to get... actually, I don't know. That's something we got to talk about because I don't know if we're going to do picks next week because we might... Either we're going to do picks next week or we're doing something for the Rumble and we'll do picks then. I don't know what we're doing. Depends on everybody's schedule, and if we get canceled on last minute, like we did, before we started canceling this. Still didn't find out what was. Oh, hold on, I got a message. Oh, okay, that was something else. Anyways, kind of important thing. Anyways, we should be back next week. If we're not back for an episode next week, we'll be back for something with the Rumble. I think we'll probably maybe do both. Who knows? This week, AJ and Dustin have posted. I think the second episode for this week went live today. Haven't watched it yet, like I did the other one.
Technically, this is episode 4.
Technically, episode 4. Second for the week. Episode 4
Yes.
of the Pokemon Radical Red Soul Link challenge that they've been doing, which is hilarious. These two, Dustin's a moron. And it's like you holding his hand through a Pokemon game. It's fucking hilarious. I felt like I was talking shit about him earlier in a recording that we did Tuesday night or whatever. I don't even know if it was on the recording. And I felt like he was actually getting mad at me for like talking shit about his poor Bailey hex usage. And he's like, "Oh, you're always gonna talk shit about something." Yeah, I am. But so that episode went live today. I think has the one thing we recorded Tuesday, has that been scheduled yet?
It is not.
Okay.
But I'll just do it tomorrow.
Okay.
It'll be up on
So
the show.
we have another unboxing, AEW card unboxing, but this time instead of AJ doing it by himself, I guess he's over there. AJ's doing it by himself. Me and Dustin joined him for the try to talk too fast. Me and Dustin joined him for opening another hobby box and 2 blaster boxes. Fucking nailed it off the top of the dome. Let's fucking go. That was a fun little video. Fucking wild way to start it. I almost fucking quit at the beginning. First, literally card number 1, I was done. So tune into that. That'll be posted tomorrow. This is going to be posted shortly after. Do we have anything else fun planned? I'm trying to think. I'm trying to get Joe to do a Warzone stream. We were going to do it Tuesday night, and then he was like, "All right, yeah, I'm going to charge my headset." Didn't hear from him for the rest of the night. He literally brought that bottle of hot. So for those that don't know, Joey ate hot sauce after we recorded. We wanted him to do it on thing. He ate it after. Motherfucker brought me. He texted me. He was like, "Hey, do you want any honey bun cake?" Which is something that his wife makes. It's fucking delicious. I was like, "Of course I want honey bun cake." He's like, "Oh, okay, I'll bring it over." Why? Okay, sure. So he just randomly brought me 2 things of honey bun cake and the whole bottle of hot sauce. And I was like, "Hey, let me know when you try that." And I was like, "I brought it on you giving me the whole bottle." Like, anyway, so I still haven't tried it yet. I will update and let everybody know if it's actually hot or not. But so then we were gonna. Yeah, he was like, "All right, I'll let my headset charge." I literally didn't hear from I went and played 2 games of Madden in the living room and was waiting for him, and he never responded. So I was like, "All right, cool. I'm going to fucking bed." So I'm trying to get him to do something like that. Maybe this weekend. I don't know if you and Dust have anything planned, or if you guys are just recording more Pokemon stuff, I guess.
Yeah, so I mean our record schedule is we try to do stuff on Sunday, and that's our Tuesday episode.
Yep.
Essentially. A little peek behind the curtain.
Ooh. Behind the scenes.
So we'll see. If he doesn't flake on me, hopefully we'll be able to do something Sunday, and then we record on Tuesday to do for the Thursday episode. Yep. So
and then also I'm assuming next Tuesday we will also probably do an episode 2 of The Last of Us. Oh, I remember because I said what I was going to do. Again, I mentioned this on the Last of Us video. I don't know if anybody's joining me for this, but I plan to do something special for Legend of Vox Machina Season 2. Drops on Amazon Prime maybe in like 4 hours. I don't know. I think they did midnight things, but I don't remember exactly. But it's dropping Friday. I believe it's probably the first 3 episodes, which is something I was really excited about because I think I knew Henry Winkler was in the show playing Wilhan. Did not know. Hilarious how it worked out. Of the guy that's going to be voice acting Thordak, which is the big bad for this new season going forward. Was voiced by the hotel worker, I guess. What's person receptionist?
Here.
Lance Reddick. He's playing. So that's funny to me because I literally watched John Wick 1 and 2 within the past like I watched John Wick 2 this week. Like I said, I finished watching it last night, and it was like, oh, I think I know that name. Oh shit, it's that guy. So that got me super fucking excited. So I think I'm gonna try to do something for that. Maybe I might watch it Friday, record something Friday night, Saturday, post that on the channel. So that's what I have going forward, planned. Then, like I said, all the other stuff we have planned. Gonna try to find some more content to put out. Keep shit going to the channel because I know we are fire. Especially, mostly AJ. I will give AJ the credit. I keep pointing up because you're up there on my Discord, but you're over there on the screen. Props to AJ because he has been pumping out all kinds of content. Midnight Suns, the Pokemon, and then all the other videos that we're doing as well as a group. So props to AJ. I'm gonna try to get fired and get some more shit out. So we'll be back somewhere, everywhere, all kinds of shit. Like, comment, subscribe, do all the shit, and we will see you guys next week. Anything else for you in?
Nope.
That's
Good.
it. We're out.
Later.